Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Your key to the week this week is the Moon card. The past is alive and kicking for you in some way, shape or form this week. I will also say as well, the Moon card can be somewhat nebulous, so don't be surprised this week if you kind of feel like you're maybe not getting all of the information, or maybe like you're hearing one thing but someone's saying that they're saying something else. There could be a little bit of confusion around communication over the course of this week. So this week I will say it's not one of those weeks where like, oh, it's not them, it's you. It's not even them, it's not even you or them. Like, it's just a case of this week there are some crossed wires, and I wonder if that's because at this point Mercury, well, certainly by the time we get to the end of this week, Mercury will really have started to backtrack, well, started to slow down in order to go retrograde at the end of the month. So I kind of feel like this is going to be hitting quite early for you guys, which is quite interesting because it's not like it's a ruling planet or anything, but that feels like the energy. The other thing that I will say to you is, like I said, this can be a person, a situation, a memory, something from your past is coming up for review over the course of this week, and it's going to see you probably really trying to understand why this person or this thing has returned to your life and what it actually means that it's come back. Sometimes it's literally just for review. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you've got the King of Swords. The fact that you have this in your actions and options, it means that the person coming back into your life is very likely to be an air sign male, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. This could also be some paperwork or documentation, or even some kind of or maybe even a contract of some sort that needs to be looked at again. There might be some details that were missed. There might be something that you're having to go back over. I wouldn't be surprised as well if for a select few of you, maybe you're reaching out to somebody that you worked with before, maybe somebody that you have like that's how it feels to me. It's like somebody that you've worked with previously, somebody that you've connected with, or maybe even somebody is reaching out to you to say, look, you know what, there's a job going, or actually I need your help or your input around a certain situation. So I would say keep it open, because that may be the thing that brings options your way. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Right, I'll be interested to see, in fact I'm just going to find out now, and the reason being, look, the Four of Cups, it's probably one of the better ones that we've had, to be completely honest with you. The reason I wanted to do that is because this Seven of Pentacles suggests that this week some of the conversations that you're having are going to be around your financial commitments, and also the things that you already have money, time and effort, I guess, invested in. Now, the reason this is important is because there's something coming up from the past, right, which is going to be quite important for you, and it's potentially coming through a person, right? So there's two ways this could be: an old relationship, but it could just as easily be a situation of some sort that comes up, and maybe you're kind of like, okay. There could be conversations about investments this week where maybe your first reaction is just to pull your money out. I'm not entirely sure that is the best thing for you to do at the moment. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do in this regard. However, if it's a knee-jerk reaction, and it's possible that that might be the case, you might end up shooting yourself in the foot, all right? So try to speak to somebody who knows more than you do about that world, that sector, and try to get second, third opinions, and also try to think about ways to manage and respond to whatever is taking place on the financial stage. Now, the reason this is so important is because this week, no sign has had any good news about money, finances, or resources, which tells me something is coming, something's happening this week on the wider world stage. I can't honestly tell you what. I've got a few ideas of what I think it could be, but I don't want to sort of, and then everyone's like, oh, you're just a fearmonger, yeah. It's like, oh, fuck off. I really can't be asked with all of that. When it's good, I'll tell you it's good. When it's bad, I'm going to tell you it's bad. All right? Nothing in life can be freaking sunshine, rainbows and unicorns every bloody day. And if somebody told me that in a reading every single week, I would really question what the fuck was going on. Okay. All right. That being said, and this is why I wanted to look at all of your cards, because I wanted to see what was happening in your finance sector. So be mindful of this. Now, that being said, if you haven't got your seat for the winter solstice alignment activation session, you can get that on the link in the description box below. 7 p.m. on the 21st of December. We go live. I have a very special guest, Denise Matthews. She was there last year. She was the year before. As always, we're going to be bringing you a bunch of really important information to help you get ahead for the year ahead, and also to navigate what is going to be a weird and wonderful year, which is 2023. If you saw my numerology video, you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? Now, that being said, it is £33.33, so you can get yours on the link in the description box below. I keep this low priced so that everybody has a chance to attend. If you can't attend on the day, don't worry, you will get the replay. It's available usually within 24 hours of the event itself. All right, so in fact, I might do it this year like straight after, just so that it's there and everybody has access to it immediately, right? So also there will be some goodies. There's going to be astrology, tarot, numerology, and design as well, lots of that. So stay tuned, get ready, grab a brew and come and sit with us. All right, so for those of you that are studying in some form of academia, there might be a feeling this week that you haven't quite made as much progress as you would like. And I don't think that's the case at all. I actually think this is a case of the Saggy being hard on themselves, which is not unheard of, all right? Try not to expect the world from yourself immediately, all right? It looks like a lot of you are swimming in so much information at the moment that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get this. You totally will. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be an old conversation that comes up in the workplace. So what I mean by this is, maybe at some point this year you heard, at some point we think we might need to start getting rid of people. That conversation may come up again around over the course of this week. I got to be honest, I'm not sure that it will come to anything, but I do feel like it will be a recurring sort of thing. And, sometimes companies use this to keep everyone in line. So just, don't buy into the bullshit. And with the moon card, like I said, not all communication is going to be very clear this week. So just be mindful. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is a time for you to plan. This is a time for you to be sowing seeds. This is a time for you to be working behind the scenes, getting that solid information, right? If you have to ask 3 people for the same question to get a well-rounded answer that feels like the right one to you, so be it. Yes, it creates more legwork, but this week I think that's something that you should dedicate yourself to. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, honestly, this is a time, I think this week actually, you might really want to brush up on your financial knowledge, just to see, how you can navigate what's coming, which looks like a bit of a weird week. Also, this might be a time where some of you are deciding, maybe not necessarily going back to work because you have to, but it's almost like you want more, not just disposable income, but you want more options. And in order to have that, you need to be more of an active participant. For the love and relations, for those of you that are single, be careful of rushing into anything this week. Just going to say that. And for a select few of you, you could be hearing from someone from your past. It is very possible. Not saying you're getting back together, but there's definitely an element of someone returning to the fold. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, conversation could be a little bit edgy this week. So you just want to make sure that you're not causing the prickly edges. Okay, you just want to make sure that it's not you causing more problems than solutions. For your money and materials, you've got the 4 of Cups. So this with the 7 of Pentacles, it's like the rewards from the hard effort just don't seem to be landing. And there's almost like that feeling or that thought of, well, hang on a sec, I'm putting all of this in and I don't quite seem to be getting out what I'm putting in. Your investment will come back to you, but you need to think longer term. Also, with the Four of Cups, this tends to represent things that are coming in that we can't see yet. So there are blessings to come. They're just hidden, all right? And they're probably not coming this week as well. When it comes to your finances, this week you might get into your stuff or your stagnant energy around finances, money and resources. Because remember, the Four of Cups can represent emotional stagnancy. So it could be that this week you have a really powerful realization about your past, about money, finances and resources, and you say, okay, wow, you know what, I'm ready to get rid of that so that I can move on to this. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your stomach, and like what you eat this week is going to be very important. And if you're a drinker, this would be a week, totally, if you want to have a drink, if you want to have a tipple, please go ahead. This is not a week to go over, all right? You'll probably feel that quicker than you imagine. And then when it comes to the home and environment, there's lots of thoughts about the future of where you live at the moment, but it's almost like there's nothing that you can do about it right now. And that's fine. Sit still, sit with the feeling and see what comes up. With that said, I would love to see you at the winter solstice. Remember, you can get that on the link in the description box below. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.